Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we'll be talking about the Jusuf Nurkic, Collin Sexton trade, which I think actually works out for both parties. First off, Collin Sexton is the perfect sixth man for the Charlotte Hornets, who I really think are going to be a team going for it. And basically, this is what the reports we are hearing. So Charlotte is acquiring the 2032nd from the Utah Jazz, as the Jazz are trading Collin Sexton and a 2032nd round to the Charlotte Hornets for Jusuf Nurkic, basically taking on Jusuf Nurkic to get off of Collin Sexton's contract. And the whole purpose is look, the Hornets are acquiring, now more depth and trying to be a more competitive team with a lot more scoring options and kind of an insurance policy if LaMelo Ball, Lonzo was traded the other day. And the Utah Jazz get frontcourt depth in Nurkic, who the Jazz, according to Shams Charania, which this, in my opinion, gives one team flax. Both players are on expiring contracts, and if you look at the center market in free agency, it wasn't that good. And Collin Sexton and Nurkic both being on expiring contracts, and the Jazz and Hornets both needing two separate needs, with the Hornets already fixing their front court depth with their draft pick and Kalkbrenner, and then they have themselves kind of like a solid unit going into this preseason, in my opinion. If you look at right now, LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Colin Sexton, Miles Bridges, Musa Diabate, Ryan Kalkbrenner, Grant Williams, Dejan Saloon, Kalkbrenner, and Musa Diabate are their centers, and they'll probably go get somebody else in free agency. And Liam McNeely, Josh Okogie, Sion James, Nick Smith, Josh Green, Collin Sexton, Vazi Mizic, Damian Baugh, Daquan Jeffries, which like I said, they probably wanted to see what Dejan Saloon, Musa Diabate, and Kalkbrenner can do, and maybe go out and get another veteran somehow or some way that can stable it. But the rest of the team isn't that bad. While Utah, they probably wanted to do something like this too. By the way, Charlotte is definitely going to bring back, in my opinion, KJ Simpson, Trey Mann. I don't know about Taj Gibson, but they could. But I think the first two, definitely. However, Seth Curry and Wendell Moore, to me, that's less likely. I could see Seth Curry being more inclined to go like a contender or even join his brother. Now, the rest going into Utah, like we said, I think if you look at the free agency market, it's not really great. Time to be searching for a big man. And Utah, Walker Kessler, Jusuf Nurkic, I would assume Micah Potter and Oscar Schwebe are coming back, but maybe only one of them returns. Either way, those three. And then you have I guess Taylor Hendricks, a small ball five, with John Collins and Kyle Filipowski being your other big man options. Then Lowry Markkanen, Cody Williams, John Tonje, KJ Martin, Jaden Springers, Bryce Sensabaugh, Jordan Clarkson, Ace Bailey, Isaiah Collier, Walter Clayton, Keontae George, all being there. I assume EJ Harkless is coming back, right? So to me, that's like not a bad squad. Like, everybody wins there. And if we even want to further hamper what I meant by the free agent market not really being that great, you ready to hear the centers that are going to be potentially available to employ outside of Brook Lopez and Miles Turner, who both teams would not be going after? It would be Clint Capella, whose knees are lost. Al Horford, they wouldn't be in the market for. Luke Cornett, I don't know if he'd go there, but Precious Achua, maybe a Mason Plumlee, a Jackson Hayes, a Paul Reed, a Deron Sharp. Like, I understand why, if you wanted to just kind of swap guys and you had an abundance of second round picks if you're Utah. It works out for both teams. Let me hear your thoughts.